I don't know how I feel about this story. I don't know. I have some sympathy for the person in this family, but on the other hand, I'm like, come on now. Like, I'm not trying to victim blame, but yeah, so I don't know how I feel. This is a story about a U.S. Army veteran who is in the custody of ICE. He got picked up and detained by ICE. I want you all to hear his story. Y'all let me know, fair or foul. I'll give you. Y'all already know I got a little sympathy because he's a combat veteran like myself. So I I got a little sympathy, but let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think before I dive too far into it.
They brought signs and red roses to make a statement that what's happening here at this ICE detention center in Florence is not right.
We don't understand why veterans who served this country and put their life on the line are being subject to deportation also.
Okay, real quick. You can be a veteran. You can have made a sacrifice for your country, your mind, body, health, livelihood. But we gotta just be, hey, regardless of where your politics fall at, I think everyone understands that if you are in the country illegally, that is an actionable criminal offense. I'm not saying your status shouldn't give you a little bit of deference. We just got to be realistic here, though.
Their concerns center around Marlon Paris, a former Iraqi veteran and father of 7 who has been living with his wife and kids in the West Valley for years. Just last month, Paris was out running errands near his home in Levine when he was stopped by federal agents and taken to an ICE detention center where he is now facing deportation.
We're at a point where we really don't know what's going to happen day to day.
Paris's wife Tanisha tells us her husband, who was originally from the Caribbean, came to the country legally in 1997 and was given a green card and then joined the Army.
Do y'all see why I don't know where to fall on this. I feel sorry for the brother. He looked like he got a family, 7 kids, married. They got a little blended family according to the reports. But bro has been here for a long time. Like, you've been here for a long time. You didn't think to do anything to try to get your situation together. Maybe not early on, but you didn't think to try to do anything of all the years that you were here as an adult. Even when you were in the military, you could have went to legal. It's free. Just go to legal and ask somebody. I, I get both sides of it. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
We have all documentation, all paperwork, everything that proves that my husband has every right to be in America.
So why then was Paris picked up by ICE? Arizona's family has learned the Valley vet served 5 years in prison after pleading guilty to a nonviolent drug charge in 2011. ICE agents reportedly assured him he would not be deported because of the nonviolent nature of the offense. But everything changed when the Trump administration took over.
I'm not trying to laugh, but like, hey, I, I'ma just be honest. I think it's self inflicted too. I appreciate your service, bruh. Trust me, I was there, Iraq. I understand all of that. But you've been an adult long enough. You're clearly you've been an adult long enough to have inquired about something you can do to ensure your status. Now, I know you all are thinking, well, ICE promised them that they wouldn't pick them up. It wasn't an actual promise by ICE. What happens is under the Biden administration, the guidance was, hey, your offense was nonviolent. And because it was nonviolence, and we're going to give you a little deference because of your military background, we are just declining to prosecute. It doesn't mean you get a free pass. It just means that they were declining to prosecute. Maybe this is just me. The minute Biden and Trump had a debate, at a minimum, I would have went to see if I can get my stuff squared away, or at least start the process then. Because let's just be honest, that debate didn't look good. Like, it just didn't look good. I think I would have been like, you know what? Let me do something just in case this don't pan out right. So I agree with you on that one though, MDJ. I think I think it's kind of giving self-inflicted wounds. Now his wife says him having the prior drug conviction for 5 years that was nonviolent, he doesn't fall in the category of persons that President Trump had articulated that they wanted to get. Violent persons with criminal backgrounds, violent behavior for violent behavior, gangs. I don't know. To me, I think his background falls exactly in the category of what President Trump has been talking about. That's why I think, bro, you knew you had this on your record. And typically, I've never practiced immigration law, but I do know how criminal convictions impact a person's status. Essentially, how it works is there are a set category of crimes. If you're charged and convicted of those crimes, is do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to ICE jail. But there are another category of crimes where if you convicted of this crime, if you have a finite period of time afterwards where you don't get in trouble, you're a productive citizen, you could still apply for your citizenship. So his offense would fall under that category. Because getting 5 years for a drug charge, that's an actual serious drug charge. All right. That's not no less than 1 year sentence. Um, but essentially, Biden said, yo, we aren't going to prosecute because of your nonviolent conviction and your prior service. President Trump came in and said, we're going after violent criminals. He had a drug conviction. He got picked up. Let me see. How did ICE know about this particular vet? Well, this is actually interesting. It's a good question, Alexandria. I'm not sure because the article, I looked it up, I didn't see it. But I will tell you, I did see another article and I said, this may have some implication. There was an app that was being used, and you all can Google it. It was an app that was put out that was being used by Homeland Security under the Biden administration, where it allowed people to self-report. I go on this app. I'm a migrant. I'm here illegally, but I'm working. I'm productive as hell. I'm paying into the tax system, all of that good stuff. I go on this app and I self report. Hey, I'm a migrant. I'm a veteran. I'm gainfully employed. You upload a photo. You put all your contact information in that app. And under the Biden administration, because who's going to self report? Some cartel guy over here isn't going to self report. Only the productive citizens, people who are only the productive migrants who are here illegally, not citizens, are going to self-report. And when they self-report, then ICE came out and was like, yo, we see you self-report. This is what I'm assuming. We see you self-reported, non-violent vet. You good, bro. We got orders not to prosecute. It's a done deal. Now, just yesterday or the day before yesterday, that same app, President Trump actually refined that app. So now that app, it allows you to self-report. But when you self-report, upload your information, name, all of that stuff, they coming to pick your ass up. Now, the catch is if you self-report under that app and you are a violent criminal, even though they're going to deport you, you can still apply for citizenship on the back end after your deportation. If you don't self-disclose and they pick you up, do not pass go, do not collect $200, do not come back. So I don't know if that's how they had his information because the Biden administration, ICE was able to find him. But when I saw that article, I thought, a lot of people probably self-disclose under Biden thinking that they were good and now the tables are turned. And the interesting thing about that app that the Trump administration adjusted, any information that was uploaded in that app previously, ICE can use to come pick you up now. So I don't know if that's how he was discovered, but once I read that article, that made the most logical sense to me, in my opinion. I mean, he was here long enough to do what he needed to do to get his stuff squared away. So, hey, again, it's a self-inflicted wound. I agree. Hey, facts. Voting has consequences. I see every day somebody on TV talking about some. I was great. I didn't get fired. I was skipping around the hallway. Then when they got fired, they like, but I voted for this guy. They were all fine and dandy with the cuts until it impacted them. Let's go and finish up this story so we can get through to the...
It's not just Marlon. It's several other people who are going through this. So we're not only fighting for Marlon, we're fighting for every veteran who's currently going through any type of deportation proceeding.
The national veterans rights group Common Defense is now demanding Paris's release and the release of other veterans facing deportation. They insist the recent crackdown on illegal immigrants should not involve nonviolent veterans who put their lives on the line for this country.
I will tell you, I don't disagree with that, but I'm not in charge. But I generally don't disagree with that. I mean, you went to a war zone, sacrificed your health, your mental well-being, your life for your country, and you're productive on the back end. I'm technically not opposed to that, but unfortunately, the law is the law, and in this climate, it is what it is. I will be interested to know how he voted, though. A lot of military members tend to lean Republican.
What he's going through right now is something that we believe is a grave injustice to have somebody who served this country, did 2 tours in Iraq as a veteran, to be picked up. The thing that he's going through right now is horrible. It's not something we would wish on anyone, but especially, a veteran with a family.
All right, so I mean, let's take a pause for the cause because we got one more story to update. But yeah, I'm gonna say self-inflicted wound. It's terrible. Unfortunately, I don't think this story is going to end up favorably for him because when you implement policies like these, even if I say, "Yo, let's not address people who are nonviolent," if I go somewhere and pick up 10 people and 5 of them are violent and 5 of them are nonviolent, I'm just gonna be honest. Nobody has the edits in place to be like, okay, let's separate these guys from these guys. That's just not going to happen, unfortunately.